Okay, hello, beautiful butterflies. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, I'm Nina. So, you guys know every month I do a Silver Sister interview, and this month I wanted to interview myself because May is my silver anniversary. But I have a special guest who I'm going to bring on, who I was able to convince to be interviewed just last night. So I look forward to interviewing her, as well as after the interview, stay tuned for some Q&A. I have actually two special guests. So I look forward to this interview, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you just started your gray hair journey, how long you've been dye free, and definitely any questions that you guys have, please put in the comments so that we could get to those soon. All right, here we go.
Okie dokie.
All right, I'm gonna wait till this thing changes here. Oh my gosh, mommy, you look so pretty.
This looks wild. I just combed it
It
out.
doesn't look wild. It doesn't look wild. So if you guys don't know, on the left is my beautiful silver. I was gonna say silverlicious mom on the left, and then you guys know my sister Naturally LA on the right. You guys saw LA in a live that I did over my phone a while ago, but now we're official. We have the proper things going on here. So, you guys stay tuned for this interview. I'm going to interview my mama and my sister. Okay. She has some grays that are coming in, some little sprouts, but she has helped take care of my mom's hair when my mom was transitioning from relaxed to natural. So she's going to be giving her great input and experience that she has dealing with transitioning gray hair. She's going to recommend some products for you guys for dry hair and gray hair. So stay tuned for that. I'm just going to make sure that you can introduce yourself, mama.
Hello, peoples. I'm so happy to be here with you, Nay.
That's what she calls me. That's my nickname, Nene. Okay, good. All right. I was trying to put this down here. Okay, mommy. So the first question, if you remember, do you remember how old you were when you got your first gray hair? Or not first gray hair, but when you started graying?
I would say it was in my early early 40s.
Early 40s? Okay.
Yeah, early
And
40s.
isn't that funny? Because when was it for daddy? Do you
Oh,
remember with daddy?
we were married when he was 21 years old. He had a little gray patch, a little
Just like
silver
Eddie.
patch right there in his hair.
This is great. So this goes to show, guys, that not everybody grades at the same age. I actually have grayed way younger than my mom did, and I don't remember you have. I remember Daddy having gray hair, but not you. So, what made you decide to stop coloring?
Well, it became such a chore
Mm-hmm.
because what would happen is when I would get my hair relaxed, I would also need to get my hair colored, and I was doing both,
Mm-hmm.
which is definitely not good for the hair.
Right. It's like it
So
was over processed.
over processed. I mean, just dealing with the whole putting the relaxer in the hair first, and I have very sensitive scalp.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't come to realize that as I went through this whole transition, I was learning more and more about how my scalp um, was being irritated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The
from the perm.
relaxer, yes, the relaxer was definitely key in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so having to do both, and then, the process was too much. It was too
Yeah.
much for my hair,
Okay.
and it became costly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another thing. It became costly because I got to the point where I was doing this every 2 weeks,
Right.
especially when the roots would come in. That would be my
Mm-hmm.
biggest thing, or the edges.
Right.
You have this nice black hair, and then all of a sudden here comes the poop, 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 poop. You know, I would use
The halo.
anything, yeah, anything dealing with the they had these little mascara brushes that people would,
Yes.
you would be so self-conscious and you would be like, oh, okay, let me put that in. And it looked so terrible.
Yeah, it didn't
Nothing like,
cover well.
they didn't cover well. Nothing like when I would go get my hair done, you
Mhm.
know, I got it relaxed and then I got the color and it was beautiful. But you're
Yeah.
talking every 2 weeks. It got to the point
Yeah.
where it was every 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it was getting tiresome. Um what else was I going to ask you? So when you decided that you wanted to stop coloring your hair, was there somebody that you had in mind that, or you were just like, I'm going to see how my hair is going to come out, with the gray? Was there somebody who maybe you saw that
No,
inspired you, or?
I'll tell you two things inspired me.
Okay.
One was the fact that when I took my leave from work,
Mhm.
you know, I said, I don't have to work anymore. I was doing
Right.
some volunteer work. And
Mhm.
so I read this article on aging gracefully.
Okay.
And that just made me think,
Right?
you know what? I have to accept what it is that's happening.
Mhm.
This is part of what's happening in my life. And,
Mhm.
I'm going to get older. I can't stop it. You know,
Right.
so why not accept it?
There you go, Bobby. I love it. I love it.
Plus.
I didn't even know that. And this is what's so good about these interviews. Did Daddy have anything to do with it? Like, did
Well,
seeing his.
he definitely helped make it easier for me because
Okay.
say, I would always tell him I loved his gray hair. You know,
Mm
it didn't change anything about him. It didn't, make him look any older or
hmm.
anything. If anything,
Right.
for men especially, he looked distinguished.
Right. That's what
But
we usually think.
he said to me when I told him I thought about, getting, having my hair go gray. I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "Sure, go for it." That's all I needed was that green light. That was like, excuse me, I'm sorry.
You got some water, mommy, or some tea?
Yeah,
Oh, that
that
was
was
some.
like reinforcement for me.
Mm hmm. Okay.
So it made it that much easier even too to accept, because
Right.
you didn't want your mate looking at you and then you're like, he's like, no, I don't like the gray hair, because
Right.
it is a process. I mean, um, I think going gray was harder than going natural.
Isn't that funny? Because I was going to ask you that question. I was going to
Yeah,
say, which one was harder for you, going gray or going natural? So you think going gray was harder?
absolutely,
Yeah.
because you're dealing with two-tone hair.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember when it was coming in, it was like right here in the
I
part.
might have a picture. One moment. Oh,
You still gotta have a picture of me. I can't believe
I do. I do. Hold on. Hold on.
it.
And hello to everybody just joining. If you're just joining, this is my mom that I am interviewing this month. She's my special guest. I'm gonna be putting. Let me know, guys. Do you want to see side to side, or should I do speaker view so that you could see my mom in her in the full screen? Let me know in the comments if you like it side by side or. But for now, here's actually. Got to bring this back. This is what you're talking about, mommy. Let me move this over. Oh, you can't see it?
You can't
Okay,
see.
put it on your phone, Laura. My mom can't see the screen, guys, but this is a picture of her in 2014 is when you started, mommy.
2014. That was my year.
So this is you were just saying how hard it is in dealing with the two-tone hair, and mommy, I give it to you because when I saw that, I was
Oh my
like,
god.
"Ooh."
Yeah, that
But put
was
the volume
something.
down, Laura.
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
okay. All right. So yeah,
That
mommy, go ahead.
that's like the hardest thing,
Yeah.
That's why I think natural. I thought natural would be, hard. And at first, when I was deciding to go natural, I said too to myself, maybe I should have done it both at the same time. And
Mm.
now looking back, I would have been like, ooh, two things to deal with, you know?
Yeah,
But it is a process. But yeah, going
that was your hair a little bit. And this is my dad, guys. As you can see, I have two beautiful gray haired parents, which was one of my inspirations too. And daddy's hair wasn't always like that. Like you said, he had a little patch for a little bit. And then
yeah.
now it's like mostly white. But with yours, I don't even know the date on this one. But do you know how many months, Mommy, you would say that is?
Let's see. I would
Thank you,
say six
guys.
months.
6 months? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 6 months in. Because what I was doing too is cutting the
Right.
trims.
Yeah.
Because I think that helped. Once I was able to do that, then my hair started having this volume, more volume.
Mm-hmm.
And
It sat where you
it
wanted
looks
it
sort
to.
of like what you guys call what, an ombre,
Grombre.
Right.
grombre.
Grombre. Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's
it's like
ombre.
it's ombre with the gray in it. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like inverted.
yeah,
Yeah.
But what
Oh
would you
my
say?
goodness! Looking back at that picture, I was not crazy about that picture at all. But I said
This
to
was
myself, it just
Yeah.
goes to show that you just get to the point where you don't care,
yeah.
what other people think. It's about what you're trying to do for yourself.
There you go, Mommy. That's right. So, was there a time that you felt that it was okay? What was the hardest part of the gray hair journey? Was it the beginning or the middle, like that picture that you were just talking about, or
Getting that part where the bottom part of my hair, because I relaxed it, was stringy.
right?
So interestingly enough, the gray hair itself is a texture
Yes.
in a different from the relaxed part of the hair. So I didn't realize that till I started going through that part of it as well.
That
And
process.
that's why when that picture with dad and I cut it,
Mm-hmm.
once I cut it, it just had more, where it was showing more of the gray and not so much the
You
dark
cut
part
it
of the
when it
hair.
was. You didn't cut it. You went all gray first, and then you cut your
Yes,
hair.
But
yes.
Yeah.
she cut her hair along the way.
Along the way of
Oh,
of
you
the gray
did.
transitioning, I was trimming, my hair.
Okay. Um. So then you would. It is hard. It is hard. To do. And let me let me see what other question I have for you. You answered which one was harder, the gray hair challenge. So, was there any styles that you found that helped when your hair was growing in to hide the roots, or you're like the queen of your little rolls, French rolls, or little twists and
Yes,
stuff?
yes. Ashley has had some pictures.
I
That
think I
Ashley
sent
was a
you
very great
that one
help too.
that you showed with the dark lip that she had. That was her transitioning. Well, that was actually her transitioning natural, not so much
Yeah, not
transitioning
color.
color, like
Right.
permed. Yeah, I don't
So
remember.
I I did a lot of I did a lot of roller
Mhm.
set, you
Mhm.
know, and the more it came in, the nicer it was to work with.
Right. Right.
And I think the biggest thing is cutting to the closer to the. But when you have that little, just that little patch,
Mhm.
Awkward.
people would look at me and they would stare at it, and you
Mm.
could tell they were staring. And then you just had to, what you were doing.
Yeah.
You know it's going to take some time.
Mhm.
You know what the process is, so
Right.
you just work with it. Now,
Right.
depending on the season that you do it,
Mhm.
um, if it's in the winter time, you have more chance of maybe wearing a hat,
Right.
and so it doesn't show much.
But you
But
worked in
I would get
corporate.
it really hot, so I
Yes.
couldn't stand a hat. So I would
Yes.
just say, people say, like, "Oh, you're letting your hair gray?" I was like, "Yeah."
That's awesome, Mom, because that was the other question of what kind of feedback that you got from people and how you handled it. So You just let people know, yes, I'm going gray. And
That was the biggest thing. And interestingly enough, when I was going gray, I said to myself, I guess that's why I did both of these processes, um, is that when I was going gray, I said, oh, at least I'll have it relaxed. It'll be nice. It's a nice color. It's a light,
right.
I don't have to worry about people telling me, that too.
Yeah.
So that helped me to that's me. That's
Right.
you're gonna find that everyone has their own thinking and how they feel. You don't realize how this becomes part of you, um, and your mentally on how you think and help you to get through it. But
Yes.
first, you have to be the one to accept.
Right.
You have to be the one to accept it, not even worrying about anybody else, because when you look in the mirror, you're looking at yourself.
Okay,
You know,
mom.
so you're gonna look and you're gonna say, okay, ooh, this looks horrible, and then you might say one day, I can't. I got to get it colored.
Right.
So first, you have to make it acceptable to yourself.
Right.
And
Right.
once you accept it, then you can start thinking about what everybody else is going to say
Right.
or
Or how you
think.
can respond to it. Because you're good with that,
Exactly.
mommy. People will tell you stuff. My mom would tell my sister and I, like, you know, my pet peeve that I struggled with when I was younger was big feet. And my mom always used to tell me, your feet match your body, you
Right.
know? And so you did teach us, mommy, this acceptance, and you did have this kind of no nonsense, like, look, you ain't paying my bills, you're not paying my mortgage, I'm doing what I need to do, this is my decision, so I'm good, and you would do it gracefully too, because like you said, if somebody would say something, you'd be like, oh yes I am, and then smile that smile that she does. So it's nice to know what you said. Do you feel like going gray made you more confident?
I don't know about more confident. I would say more like maybe accepting, accepting oneself, accepting, yeah, being content,
Yes.
accepting one's
For
place
me,
where you are in your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
The place where you are in your life. You're getting older. You're not going backwards. You're going forwards.
Right. Oh, I like
Um,
that. That's a
and
nice way to
so
look at it.
if you accept that, that's what being gray also helped me to see. Wow, this is a different chapter in your life, and accepting it. That you're moving forward.
So
That's
acceptance.
yes, acceptance.
Acceptance is what you gained from it. And I just want to, before I ask you another question, Ashley, that's my younger sister, do you think that seeing mommy and daddy, because you and I are different in that my sister was the one who helped me push me to go gray. I saw mommy and daddy, but Ashley was just like, yeah, why not? And when she sees her grays, you're very accepting already without even coloring them. So do you think that seeing mommy and daddy or seeing others, like, what do you think? What is it that you're so excited?
I guess, yeah. I mean, when your environment is more accepting, then you accept it more. It's kind of like an automatic. If you see everyone else is embracing that side of them, then it's like, why shouldn't you embrace that too? And I think it's perspective, how you look at it. Do you look at your grades as, oh, I'm getting older, oh, I'm gaining wisdom? And that's how I kind of look at it. That, like, I'm looking forward to getting older, like, because 20s is rough. I feel
Let
like
us know in the comments, guys, if that's not true. 20s
20s,
and 30s. Do
you're
you feel?
figuring yourself out in your 20s. So, when I see the grays come in, I think they're beautiful, like, as you call it, sparkles, in your hair. It's like you're getting wiser, you're getting more mature. That's how I like to call it, mature, not getting old. You're
I like
mature.
that.
So I think just again the environment of being accepting of it kind of helps too.
Yeah. And now, mommy, do you think that as you got older, it was easier to just accept things and not worry so much certain people's comments as maybe being Ashley's age when you were Ashley's age compared to now?
Absolutely. You know, with age comes experience. Life's
Mhm.
experiences
Mhm.
also makes it easier for you to accept too. Life
Yeah.
experiences and the things you've learned from those experiences. You know,
Mhm.
positive things you take from those experiences.
Right.
Um, you know, that makes it easier. Absolutely, getting older or being more mature, as you say.
Yeah.
Mature.
Yes, mature,
Um,
experienced, seasoned. You know, wine gets better as it ages. There's so many things.
Salt
absolutely,
and pepper, okay?
absolutely.
Salt
That's
You
and
guys are salt and pepper. The colors black and white
exactly.
and
and I was debating it. I'm like, do I wear? I'm like,
yes,
no.
I'm glad you did. Thank you. So one more question for the gray part of the journey. Then we're going to go into the natural hair part because we have some pictures with that. And then Ashley, you could give some input. And then you guys, please let us know any comments that you have regarding my mom's gray hair journey as well as her natural hair journey because she got to do both. And
Which
it's
was
funny when
Mhm.
I actually think about it.
You did the opposite,
I
I
did the
think,
opposite.
right?
I went natural first and then I went gray, but I'm trying to think
yeah.
which I would say is harder.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, for you, you didn't even transition. You just chopped it, so
yeah.
it wasn't even a big thing for you at that
I
point.
think it was still harder because when the gray came in, like,
Mm-hmm.
here's a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
When the gray came in, at
Mhm.
first I thought, oh, okay, it'll be like mommy's. Like with
Mm-hmm.
mommy's hair, let me see if I could put that picture back up. Like that was my grown braid and I was dealing with the short hair. Whereas when I went natural, at least it was just my short hair. But like you see mommy's, I
It's
thought what
even easier when your hair is shorter.
uh-huh.
It's still loading. But when your hair is shorter, I feel it's not as intimidating, I guess, as
True.
opposed to when your hair is longer and it's like, oh my gosh, this
I
is gonna take
agree.
a long
And
time.
there's
Maybe
some
somebody to that person may want to cut their hair all over again
Mm-hmm.
because now it's a whole new journey. Okay, yeah,
right.
so that was what she was showing
Yeah,
with her hair.
yeah. And I was just gonna say, I'm glad you're showing this. You got pictures because I would think that you did like your dad, like you were like a skunk, but
No.
apparently
I was not a skunk. I
it
was
was
a halo
it was
girl.
edges. It was the edges and the middle part, like
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's interesting. You're not gonna know
Until
how
you try it.
you're gonna grade until you try it. Until you
Yes.
just let it
Like,
go.
look at Ashley. Ashley's has some salt and pepper happening. Eddie has a little, patch like daddy. And I can't wait to see your gray too once it comes in because of the volume of your hair. But mommy, last question. As far as the gray hair journey, what advice or words of wisdom do you have for those who are thinking about going gray or on the fence about it?
You have to find your your comfort zone. I guess finding a person, finding that comfort zone, um, finding support, because that's definitely important.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when you do those two things, it's a journey,
Yeah.
like you said. It's a
Yeah.
journey. It's a journey worth taking.
I like that.
It's a journey worth taking, and it's a journey. Once you do take it, you can learn along the way, learn
Mm-hmm.
that process because it tells you too things about yourself.
Yes.
You can see where your weakness is, you can see where where your strengths are,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can learn from that.
Yeah.
You can learn from it.
I like that, mommy, because that is we're going to talk about the practical stuff in a little bit, but I feel like sometimes we don't talk about the fact that it does put you in this vulnerable place and you feel exposed when your roots are out. And like you said, maybe your thoughts on age, your thoughts on getting older, your thoughts on yourself, start to get triggered and come up when you decide to go on this journey. And to hear women like my mom, other women that I've interviewed, then you'll realize that you're not alone. If you're not like, oh my goodness, all I did was stop dyeing my hair. Why does this feel big? It does go more deeper than the hair, than the surface. So I want to ask you guys if you have any questions from my mom while we're still talking about the gray hair part of the journey. You guys could put it in the comments real quick, and then we're going to talk about her transition to going natural. We have quite a bit of people on here in comments. Hey, Wendy, Paula, Teresa, Sheila. Oh my goodness, Caps, please remind me. I know your name. And Behold Pure, Mary Ann, Reigning Woman, Carmen, Danielle. Side by side is best. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Carmen said very distinguished parents. Hey, Lisa. Everybody says you're beautiful, mommy. Danielle.
Thank you so much.
Bailey's Band. Okay. Patricia. Hey, Dolores. Thank you, Dolores. Dolores knows that I'm a Dory mommy, and I get on here and I forget people's names so quickly. Paula said, just like fine wine, we get better with age. Absolutely.
That is so true, right?
Aw, Dolores says she sees beauty runs in our family. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, we sound alike. I'm just hearing you guys talking.
Like, it's literally weird how much we sound alike, all of us.
Hi, Priscilla. Hey, Terry. Okay, so we're going to move on to my mom's transition. First, she went to gray. Okay, we got through that. And then what made you decide you wanted to go natural?
Relaxing my hair became more and more painful.
Mm.
And then I noticed, well, my hairdresser just
Yeah.
decides to
Dropped off the
close,
face of the earth.
like she closed her
Right.
shop, and I've been going to her for years,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden I found myself, oh my gosh, I was just so used to her, and then too, again, the chemicals,
Yeah.
putting chemicals in one's hair.
Yeah.
As I was getting older, I found that, is this good for me?
Mm-hmm.
If it's irritating my scalp,
Mm-hmm.
what else could it be doing?
Mm.
That was a personal thing,
Right. Right. Right.
you know. And then the cost,
Mm-hmm.
the cost. Let's
Let's
not
just be
forget.
honest.
Yeah.
Let's not
Yeah,
forget.
like getting a touch up was like, I don't.
$60. I think
And
you could.
$60
That
is
was just
because
for the
maybe
perm
we
by
went
itself.
to a what with the whole
Dominican.
Yeah, Dominican
Dominican
Mm-hmm.
salon. Probably would have been
salons
more.
when they opened up. And I would stick to something simple. I'm a simple kind of gal.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
beyond most,
Mm-hmm.
a nice trim for me, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Cover those grays. That was what my thing was with going to the hairdresser. But when I said to myself, you know, what can I do to help make it easier for me? Um, and then I said too, I would watch Ashley a lot. That
Mm-hmm.
was like one thing I couldn't do
Mm-hmm.
is big chop,
Yeah.
and that was because your dad did not like short hair.
Right. Right. Right.
Short hair, well, in its natural state.
Yeah,
If you permed it, he probably would have been okay with it. He liked it more. Yeah, because you've had that
even
kind of
then,
Holly Berry cut before in the
yeah, I
past.
did.
I'm not saying you would prefer, but he probably would be a little bit more comfortable
Accepting.
accepting to
Mm-hmm.
it being more straight.
I do have one. Sorry, I do have one question for you, mommy. Somebody, Carmen asked, "Does your hair grow quicker when it was natural and now that it's natural and gray than before?"
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that hair thrives. It says,
Mm.
"Ah."
Absolutely. Do you know you know Green Beauty's channel, right, Ashley? On YouTube? She had mentioned that gray hair does grow faster,
Much.
which makes
I
sense.
I tell you, my hair has been the healthiest in
Mhm.
all my years.
Right.
I guess I could attribute it back to maybe growing up when you're a little girl, when you first
Mhm.
have natural hair. There was, before they hot combed your hair with the
Yeah. The
comb
press
breaker.
comb. Mhm.
Oh,
Hold your ears.
yeah, that's how
Yes.
healthy the hair is.
Yeah.
It's like going back to your youth.
Yeah.
But this
That's a
on this
nice.
side,
Isn't that
on
nice to
this side.
say? And Wendy asks, "How long did it take for you to be as gray as you are now?" So I believe Ashley told me you it's 6 years now. I think, right? You started that.
You started in 2014, but I think when you like grew it all out
Um,
completely
Yeah.
before you even went natural,
mhm.
I think it took you about 2 years.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes.
Laura. Thank you for that. So Wendy, it took about 2 years to get fully gray. Yes, my sister is my mom's
Oh,
hairdresser. Like
my
we're
goodness.
we're gonna get into
I
that,
could gone through it without her. That's for sure.
That's
Now I wouldn't. I would have gone through the process,
but not
but
as
maybe
easy.
relaxed. I
Yeah.
would have probably caved
yeah,
in.
because I think within
I would
like
have
one
caved
or
in.
2 months of transitioning, you're like, I
Yeah.
can't take this texture. I can't do both, and I'm just
Oh my
like, but
goodness.
you have to kind of weather this storm if you
Yeah.
want to evolve.
Yeah.
It's, well, I don't want to say bald, but if you don't want that shortcut, because
Yeah.
I shaved my hair off and
And so did I.
did this big old mane of hair.
But you know what's so interesting? One of the tips that you gave, mommy, to those who are going gray applies even with natural, with
Yep.
anything, whether you're
Yep.
losing weight, any kind of journey, when you have somebody
Yep.
there to hold your hand and even to
Mhm.
pave the way. Like when I went natural, I would not have gone natural if I did not find YouTube and find the women
I
who,
would have gone natural if you didn't go natural, because
Mhm.
that was how I jumped on. Because when I
Mhm.
first seen you, I loved your curly hair, and I was like, oh, I want that. And I wanted the summertime curly and then straight, but I'm like, nah, you can't do both. You have to weather through the transition.
yeah. And you did 6 months at first, then relaxed again. And
I
then,
didn't relax it. I think I just blow dried it. I
you
think
sure? No, I think you went back to relaxer.
maybe I did. That was
Yeah.
rough.
And it,
No, you would.
I used to blow my roots
She
though when I
blew
transitioned
dry. Yeah,
in the
straightened.
beginning,
She
but
had it
then
straightened.
maybe I think in the first 6 months, but the second set of 6 months, I weathered through it, and just like you, I did roller sets. That was all I
yes.
got.
Okay, so let me show some pictures because mommy, I think you had more hairstyles or variety of hairstyles for your going natural than you did going gray. So
Absolutely.
Carmen's
Absolutely.
talking about how her hair is dry. So we're going to start going into that
Oh, yeah. I'm
cuz
there, Carmen. My hair's dry.
yeah. Now mommy, do you also feel that when you started going through the change, the big M, that also affected your hair?
Absolutely.
When
Absolutely.
did you go through that before you went gray and
Before
natural?
when I yeah, before I went natural.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Before I went natural.
But here's some styles that my mom wore. Okay, so this was, I believe this picture with the dark lip is when mommy was
Yes.
transitioning to natural. So this was a style. Is this flat twist, Laura? I know it's probably. And guys, also there is a little bit of a delay if you ask the question, and so just letting you know that. But thank you so much for the questions.
Trying to catch up on my end.
No problem. Carmen said her daughter helped her too and introduced. Oh, tell your daughter I said thank you, Carmen.
Oh, nice.
Wendy,
It's nice to have the support.
it
It really.
is. The support is everything, especially maybe when you're feeling good, but when you're having those moments where you're like, I need a bottle of dye, or where's the creamy crack?
Oh my goodness. That wasn't flat twist, Nate. That was like a French roll. Mommy did.
No. Okay, I'm
Oh, that one. No,
yeah.
that was a corn roll. Yeah.
Okay,
So that
so
was like
mom,
a braided.
that's mommy. I think that's one of
Oh,
your
I think myself. Was that
Yeah.
the first one I did?
Um, I don't know. No, this was when you were transitioning.
Yeah, I know, but oh, you did it for me.
No, I don't know how to corn roll for my
So
life.
then that must have been
Yeah,
the first one.
you did that one.
My hair was long enough that I could do it myself.
yes. So this
Yeah,
was a style that my mom did to help her through the transitioning process.
yeah.
Some
That was her
cornrows,
her main
Yeah.
style. Cornrows
cornrows and roll set.
and
This is another. Once you guys see this picture, let me know around what time, because my mom basically transitioned. She didn't chop her hair. She transitioned for a year, and then she did a big chop, which you're gonna see in a little bit. Wendy says that she's 5 years dye free, and she has more pepper than salt in there.
Oh, good. That's
My
even
sister's
better.
name is Ashley Wendy. That's okay.
calls me Laura
Yeah, she
sometimes.
got it right. Yeah, it's Laura Ashley. So depending on how I'm feeling, that's when that comes up.
Yeah, I
So
have multiple personalities.
so it's gonna take you guys a while because I'm looking on my iPad too. This
Yeah.
picture.
So that okay, I'm trying to.
Hmm.
That was in Okay, hold on. Let
It
me
might
find
be
out
in
for
the
you.
spring.
It
Okay.
was in the April. It was around
April.
the Memorial
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah.
last year, was it in April or May? I'm sorry, April or
April.
March? April. Okay, so yeah, that was April 2019, and we chopped June 2019.
Okay, so she was a little almost close to a year, like what, 9 months? My math is not that good,
We
guys.
can't
It
do
was
quick math. It was
a
a
year.
year. We did it
1 year.
exactly a year because
Okay.
she accepted it June of 2018.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, this picture isn't June, is what I'm saying.
No,
No.
that's
Yeah.
April.
So my
Yeah.
mom did a lot of cornrows, and she did roller sets because those help with the two different textures. Now, mommy, when did it get really serious with the hold on, let me see which picture is next. Okay, that's the big chop. When would you say it got real with the two different textures? The gray and the or the relaxed and
It when the relaxed, when more of the natural hair was coming in, and you had this much relaxed, and when you're trying to braid or do anything,
mhm.
it gets caught. It's like
Yeah.
intertwined, and
Yeah.
it's,
Tangling.
oh my
I think
goodness,
I
it's
cut your
horrible.
hair almost every month
Yeah.
when
Yes,
you're transitioning,
Yeah.
Ashley did trims every
so it can
month.
help get
Mhm.
some leeway and get
Some
some
leeway and
dead
help
ends
me.
off.
Yes,
Cause
Yeah.
they were. Oh, I wanted to just take her hair and cut
oh
it,
yeah,
but
there were a lot of times she wanted the big chops, and I'm like, no, we can't do it.
But look at how gorgeous my mom's hair looks now compared to when what you're gonna see this first big chop with my mom here. Carmen says her hair is like your hair, mommy, with the curls.
Uh-huh.
How long since you had your last relaxer, Carmen? So I actually there's like between these two pictures. This was in June when my mom got her big chop, and I'm glad you took this picture, Laura, on the side because, and I know it's going to take you guys a while till you see what I'm talking about there, but I like it because it shows that even after you do the chop, your hair still needs to transition.
I need
Yes.
to. Well, just let me know because I have the pictures in front of me. Which picture is it?
It's
The
the one with her side profile,
Okay,
and
with the red dress.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the top part it needs time to
That's it.
find its curl.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but you find that you have different texture
Yes.
In here.
throughout your
And the
hair.
perm hair is still in there, intertwined, like
Yes.
kind of
Sorry
like
guys, let me
the
make this
weeds and
smaller.
Yes.
what is that illustration? The weeds and the oh, I
Oh my
forget.
goodness, how am I
But
doing this?
basically, the perm is like choking
Yes.
the real texture
The real
of your
texture of
hair,
hair.
and so it's like it can't do its thing, and so
Mm-hmm.
in certain parts of her hair, I had to use rods
Yeah.
so that she
Right.
can have some type of a curl
That's
pattern throughout
it. So
at
that's
the
what the
rest of
front
her hair.
is?
Yes, the front
Okay.
I put rods in there.
Okay.
Now the one with that yellow shirt,
Okay, let me go back.
oh,
Mhm.
I don't
This
have it.
picture I have it. The yellow
But yeah,
shirt.
that picture, you were going to work that day. I think I
Was
might
this a wash and go? This picture?
have. I've never. We only tried to wash and go once, and it was a total fail, and it will never
Total,
happen again.
total fail,
Okay,
as you would
she's
say.
a twist out. Did you have the picture of her twists?
I'm going to be putting that next, but right now is the picture of her with I think this was so cute too with I'm glad that we're going over this also so that you guys know that you're just like whether your hair is gray or colored, you can have different textures in your hair and you got to learn how to deal with each texture. And I tell you, this gray hair journey does teach you many different things, as you go. You can't deal with your hair the same way. Or let me ask you, mommy, you didn't deal with your hair the same way when it was transitioned as when it got fully natural, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
had to tell her that because
Yeah.
she
I
wanted to
learned
do
a
the
lot from
same
Ashley.
things.
I had no clue.
And still now she gives me a hard time
Yeah,
when it
I
comes to
do.
taking care of her hair.
Yeah.
I'm like, you have to make sure you have your bonnet on. You have to make sure you protect your hair at night.
Yeah.
You know, you have, especially when it comes to moisture.
Hmm.
So when you want to retain moisture throughout the week, you have to protect your hair. Whether you have a silk bonnet, I mean not silk, sorry, satin bonnet or a satin pillowcase, you have to have either one of those things to maintain that moisture. On top of making sure throughout the week you are adding moisture back into your hair because we talked about this with gray hair, it's high porosity.
Yeah.
So the moisture comes in and it comes right on out.
Yes.
So you gotta add that moisture in
It's
throughout the
like
week.
color treated hair, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
natural.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the
Hmm.
they say the melanin, the black is gone.
Yeah.
So it's more exposed, and so you had that, and then she developed the seborrheic dermatitis in her scalp,
Right.
or not developed. She probably always had it, but never knew.
Right.
But it was a lot more
Absolutely.
pronounced later in life, which of course was triggered by stress, like a sleep, all of that. But when it started appearing on the skin and on the face, and then you saw the scalp, and then it just you kind of put two and two together,
Yeah.
and the flaking, the redness, it was like raw. The
Yeah.
skin was really
When
raw.
did that happen? That didn't happen right away for mommy.
No, I want to say it happened maybe 3 to 6 months into her big chop
Right.
because it didn't happen when you were
Yeah. Yeah.
transitioning. It happened. When did you start?
It happened last spring, right? Last
That
spring.
Yes,
that
Helen,
was
wearing a bonnet does
that was
help.
before your
Before my big
big chop.
or
No, it
after?
happens after. I think it was about
After.
in
After.
September.
It did
So June,
happen after.
yeah. So about 3 months
Hmm.
after, we started noticing it, and it got exceptionally worse. And so, of course, you got the medication, shampoo, and all of that, but we
Hmm.
were trying to go more of a natural route or looking for certain ingredients that would
Right.
help calm her scalp. And so, I don't know if you want me to go into the products
Yeah,
that
let
we
me
use.
just quickly show the rest of those pictures of mommy's transition and then we can get to the how to take care of this gray natural hair that can be more porous because of the lack of melanin. And then it all depends on your gray too. Because mommy, you have like a nice mix of gray, like a little white, a little gray. There's some people who have all white hair. I think there's a different need that one has. And then I think the more gray it is or like darker gray, you still have some melanin left.
Right. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think that also, because there's some women who have been gray who told me they have low porosity in their hair, and maybe it could be in the colored ends that they still, the
Yeah.
colored hair they still have, or maybe it's a mixture of different textures. So this was, like I said, or like my sister said, a rod set, I think you did in the yellow. This was, so if you're going through transitioning, Carmen says she relates to these pictures that you have, mommy. That's where she's at. Know that you're not alone with the different textures, and that even when you chop the relaxed hair off, you still have to give your hair some time. We can be so impatient.
We sure are.
We
We
relax for so many
We're a
years.
microwave society. We always want everything
But another thing,
Yeah.
another thing to also take into consideration is a person's climate, like where they
Mm.
live, and also health conditions. Like I
Mhm.
know for me, ever since I started getting my treatments, even though it may not look like my hair has changed, I can tell that my hair has changed
Mhm.
on being on different medication. It might even not hold moisture as much as it used to.
Mhm.
So taking into account all those things and the whole cliche, drink your water, mind your business type of thing, that helps you to have your hair flourish.
Right.
It does make a big difference because it starts from the inside and works into the outside.
Right.
So let me know when you're ready.
Okay. So that was a really good point you mentioned, because these are things that you have to ask yourself, guys. If you're dealing with dry, gray, natural hair, what's your diet like? How hydrated are you? Are you taking any medications? The climate that you live in, are you going through the change? Are your hormones kind of out of whack? All those things affect our hair and how it behaves, whether it's colored or gray. But I think when you go gray, it just adds another, factor into it. So let me finish up with the pictures. This was my mom. I believe this was still in June. And the,
I just posted someone in the comment about
sure,
the site for the bonnet.
yes, because my sister is the queen of bonnets, okay? And also for a faux satin pillowcase, you can go to Walmart. They have some hot pink ones that you could lay on, but definitely put in the link for your bonnet, Laura.
Okay.
So, oh, I love this picture of mommy. This is the one in green. This is my mom's hair right after you did that big chop, mommy. Like a couple of months into it, the more your hair was trained and into different styles and twists, it looks so nice. And what you guys are seeing here, Laura, when was that first cut trim you did for mommy? The one with her hair combed out.
Oh,
That was recently, right?
yeah, the one where your hair was like this.
But look at
Um,
this, guys. You could kind of see a side by side. You can't see it yet, mommy, but look at the camera, mommy. Look straight ahead. That way they can see the difference, like, of how much my mom's hair has grown.
her hair is middle part. When I did that picture, her hair was a side part.
Right,
So
right.
the way it lays and sat was different.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But I love the way you cut it. And this, my mom's hair is not blow dried. I asked her last night. I was like, "Did you blow dry your hair?"
now doing comb out.
So this is another style, guys, that my mom would do, kind of like a French twist or a French braid, to be able to help. And this last picture says it all, guys. You know that picture that mommy took in the dressing room? That's the one that I'm on right now.
Okay.
And it reminds me of when you said, mommy, that at the
Oh,
end of the day, you have to accept yourself and look in the mirror and say, "This is me." So this picture perfectly describes that moment when you look at yourself and you accept this is where you're at and you love that. So I want you guys who are on your gray hair journey, on the fence, thinking about it, think about this moment when you could look at yourself in the mirror and love what you see. Even if it's, well, in the beginning, she may not have felt like this, but this is what you can look forward to.
it's a process.
Right, right. Mm-hmm.
I've grown so much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Now this is the advantage of my mom having us girls, cuz remember I told you guys on the last, I think it was the last live, I mentioned to you a tip to help you to be patient on this journey, whether you're going natural or whether you're going gray. Document, document, document. You don't have to, my mom doesn't have an Instagram page. My sister is her documenter. So get in front of a mirror. Nobody else is going to see it, even if it's just you, and snap a shot front, back, so that you can see.
Different styles. I think it's also important too, writing down what you use in your hair because a lot of things are going to be trial and error. We had to try so many different products for her
Mhm.
specifically, not,
That's
to find what wouldn't irritate her scalp,
Mhm.
would it taint, or I'm sorry, not taint, but tint her gray hair too.
Right.
So a lot of different things that were involved, with that. So
mhm.
with that being said, I guess we'll just
Yes, you could
segue
go
into the product.
segue right into it, the products you use, and
What I
that's a good
think
point.
didn't, well, I'll mention it anyway, but also when it comes to dryness, that I learned is product buildup. And
Mm.
sometimes it's not fully visible when you have gray hair because your hair is gray. You don't really see whiteness or any
Mm.
buildup on top of your hair
It
because of
might be
that.
yellow though.
Yeah, you'll
Mhm.
notice more discoloration. That's
Mhm.
a clear sign of any type of buildup.
Absolutely.
And also just look at your scalp, and for her, it was her scalp would get very red. And then you
Mm.
could see it more pronounced because of the gray. It just like you could see it was like night and day.
Mhm.
So in the beginning, she was using the Fortified Naturals line, and she was using an African black soap shampoo, which was fine. I don't think that was bothering her, but she needed something to target again that seborrheic dermatitis, what
Right.
was irritating her scalp. So what we,
But even before the that just transitioning and knowing what type of product to put in your hair, because there were
Mhm.
yeah,
times
that's
the
right.
product doesn't make a difference.
And
I'm just
yes,
washing my hair, shampoo. What's the big deal?
you were
Mhm.
doing Pantene,
Yeah.
Pantene co-wash and
Right.
conditioner. And again, there's nothing wrong with these products specifically, but
Right.
for the journey she was on,
Right.
Mhm.
I'm like, you need something that is going to
Oh, especially
retain
because
both
I was in
textures.
that process with the transitioning, and I would use the shampoo, and I would try to coat my
Yeah,
hair.
no, that does not work. It's not
Hold on one
not how
second.
it works.
Anybody else feel like my mom? And I am understanding now why so many ask me questions. This was another reason why I wanted my mom and my sister on, because you guys know that I'm a wash and go girl. That's pretty much my go-to style. My mom is not a wash and go girl. My sister's not a wash and go girl. They do twist or textured styles, and my sister has a knowledge of a lot of natural hair products that are great for your natural hair. So that's why I wanted to have them on here too, so that you guys can have some options when you would ask me, like, my hair is dry, what do I do? Because honestly, when I have my hair like this, I'm pretty good. And I think because I have a nice hotbed on my scalp, it's it's not usually very dry. It's very it has a good moisture system. But for others of you, pay attention to these products that my sister is mentioning. Also, like my mom said, for the transitioning process.
I never thought that there was just so much information out there about your hair. You just either if you were going to the salon, you went to the salon,
Right.
somebody else took care of your hair and you were
Right.
happy.
Right.
But when you have to do it yourself and
Mhm.
then this whole natural hair too,
Mhm.
you're like, wow,
It's
I
a
never
lot
knew.
more.
Yeah, but you don't realize the information that there is out there too, knowing the type of texture hair that you have.
Mhm.
Never paid attention to anything like that. I
Yeah.
just thought my hair's kinky. But yeah, it's not just that. It's like for me, this part here is much more
Look at that hair, mommy. It can't even fit
manageable.
in. You got to move
It's
over so it
more
could fully get in there.
it's more manageable as opposed to back here, and then there's more black hair back here
Mhm.
than anything else. But I mean, one nice thing is that you can just comb your hair out and it just stays
Well,
with this type of texture.
right. Now, see, I have to try that, and I want you guys to see the difference even within the same family, okay, in DNA. I am a part of that family. I am the oldest. My mom and my sister have similar hair, very thick, very voluminous. I'm
Hmm.
going to try it out before I wash my hair to comb out my hair. My hair can get big, but it's
Right,
not as thick. And I
right.
wanted to ask you that too. Did you see a change in your texture? Like, did it get? I have not seen your hair this voluminous in a long time. Like, did it change when you went natural and when you went gray?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I think your hair too is it may not be thick, but it's dense. You
Yeah.
have dense hair because you saw when that video when I at the restaurant when I was pulling up your hair to show how fine it can
Right.
get.
Right.
It still is dense. It still
Yeah.
has, but you're able to maintain your definition,
Yes.
which is nice.
Yes.
So, okay, I could not find the loose clay,
Okay.
but it is by the same brand, Fortified Natural. She has it's Moroccan Rasul clay, and so usually about every 4 to 6 weeks you're supposed to do a clay mask that helps to reset your hair, and then your hair is also you're able to tell what products work for you then because you have that clean slate. You don't have old product buildup on your hair and you're like, oh, these products don't work for me.
Yes.
You won't know until you have all of that stuff off of your hair. So that's something to consider. Also, pre-pooing, major game changer when it comes to maintaining moisture. I haven't really done that too much with your hair. That probably might be something that you want to incorporate because you don't want to just jump in the shower and just detangle your hair or just detangle your hair dry or just with oil. I have found that the fenugreek, Nature's Little Secret
Yes.
Shampoo
I
is one of
second that.
okay, the texture of this is like kind of a jelly texture. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to get it on the keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you this melts any possible tangles you have, and it's prepping your hair to
For the
for
wash.
the wash,
Mm-hmm.
For your wash.
while your hair still maintains a measure of moisture. Because sometimes with your
That's nature's
shampoo,
little secret, right? Sorry. I'm
yeah,
gonna put
nature's little
that.
secret, it may not have sulfates and all of that in it, but still it does a measure of stripping, So you don't want your hair completely dry, So this helps with that process. So pre-pooing and a clay mask, that's your prep work.
And
Now,
I did find that with the clay mask, I didn't realize about the whole build up stuff. I'm figuring I wash my hair, I'm cleaning it. What
mhm,
buildup could there be?
mhm,
But you use so many different products to keep in the
Yes.
moisture, to lock in the moisture, to keep this going,
mhm.
that it does it does build up.
Yeah, especially
So when I did do that
your
your glaze
gray
mask,
showed
oh
up
my
so much
gosh,
nicer. The curl definition, the elasticity,
everything.
it does all of that for your
Hmm.
hair. It's not just the product buildup. And also, when you are adding oils back into your hair during the week before you wash it, there's but so much that shampoo can do after a while. You need
Mm-hmm.
something to reset your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So those two things are important elements to add into your hair care regimen. And then if you don't like mixing clay, Chocolate Kinks and Curls has a clay wash, a cocoa cream clay wash that you can use that's already mixed for you, and it'll kind of do this.
Live TV.
Not good, not good at all.
Oh
Okay.
no.
No, it's not.
Yes,
I don't
Lord.
have money.
Does she spell curls with a
A
K?
little bit.
A little bit. It's on
How
my.
how does she spell it? She says.
Is it with a
Okay,
K?
hold on.
I know. Okay, Laquita Perry,
Yeah.
hi. You can get this on a website. I will put the links in the dis- description box for you guys after this, for Chocolate Kinks and Curls as well as Nature's Little Secret. And did you talk about Fortified Naturals?
Yes.
Yes, Fortified Naturals.
So
Those are
right
the
now,
those.
Fortified Naturals is has some things that are out of stock because of the pandemic, everything that's going on right now.
Mhm.
So, um, but yeah, so Rasul Clay for Chocolate Kinks and Curls. These are things that you would have to order. They don't have these in retail store yet. They're not on shelves,
Right.
so you have to go to their specific website. Let me just okay.
Hi,
This has moisture
Laquita.
in it. You can see the texture of the
Yeah.
clay.
And
So
who's
this
this
one
again?
specifically, Chocolate Kinks and Curls. This one's
Oh.
gray clay and mint. So
Oh.
this is great too. If
Opens up your pores.
you have
Mhm.
the peppermint helps with that
Scalp.
discomfort when you have in your scalp. It
Yeah.
has French green clay, cocoa butter, avocado oil, sweet almond oil, green tea leaves, and nettle peppermint leaves.
Okay.
So this is really good clays. This one, she also has a Rasul clay.
Mhm.
Now, I find the powder one is still is good because this does contain cocoa butter in it. So
Mm-hmm.
there's still product that can get onto the hair that can still clog it.
Right.
So this is good maybe in between, but you should still do a powder reset because it's just the powder itself,
Right.
and you're putting apple cider vinegar,
Right.
your herbal tea in your hair, all of
Right.
that.
Another
So
thing, if I could just interject real quick, for us women who are gray and natural to understand, we talked about hormones, weather, hydration, medication. You also have to look at how your hair is, if it's fine. Because I notice sometimes if my hair will respond, like you said, to cocoa butter and shea butters differently
I was gonna
than.
get to that too with
Okay, go ahead.
the styling products because
Gotcha.
that's where you have to see the heaviness of your product.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also depending on the desired style that you want. If
Mm-hmm.
you want something to be a deeper definition, you may have to use a thicker gel. If you
Right.
want your hair to be a little fluffy,
Right.
they use a flaxseed gel, which I find gives more of a fluffy result versus Eco Styler is heavy. You're gonna
Yes.
get that crunch. You're gonna get that
That's what I have on right now still.
yeah. So it gives you that good definition and it keeps the hair tame.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you are in a more humid environment.
Right.
But yeah, so
Because
those
gray can get frizzy.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
especially because it's a lighter
I do
color.
not like that.
You don't like that?
The frizz gives the volume, so
Right.
I don't know. It really depends.
I had more frizz when I was in transition stage than
Mm.
Yeah,
and in
because of
the
those
beginning
two
because
different
the
textures.
you don't realize that the whole natural hair and because it takes longer. If you
Yes.
don't want big chop, even when you're big chop, it's still
It is. In the
very
beginning.
like what happened.
Yeah,
Something
it's trying.
happened.
It's like you just cut off the umbilical cord. It's trying to figure
Yes,
out.
it's trying to
It's
figure out
exposed. It's like a
where do I
wire.
go.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, like you cut it and it frays
Yes,
out. That's like what your hair is doing before it gets aided back into health, and it has
exactly.
to be trained. Curls take
Yes.
so you have to do styles to. It's like okay, this is what we doing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
wash and go twist out whatever the case
Yeah,
may be.
That's what happened with mommy's hair. Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah, she needed to have it trained.
yeah.
So as far as shampoo and conditioner, what we found that has helped with the seborrheic dermatitis, this is you can order this from we got it from Amazon, but it's Trader Joe's brand. It's the Tea Tree Tingle shampoo
I love it.
and
I
the
love it.
tea tree conditioner. Now,
And I never thought I would like another shampoo. I mean, you're the product guru, but I tell you,
you have to be
she.
willing.
I'm
You have
like
to be willing
really.
and
I'm
open.
I'm I'm always the person. I like to stay content and consistent.
And simple.
So whenever
Yeah.
I have to make a change, it's like why? But then after I do, I
Yeah, I
realize
mean,
why.
your hair also it evolves too, especially
Yes,
as it grows. Now, so you keep your hair
Yes.
maybe at one length, but even in your age, your hair changes. So sometimes you have to change your
yeah,
products,
yeah,
and your hair may like certain things in different seasons.
yes,
Winter time, you need to use
yes,
heavier stuff.
I
yes.
gotta write
Summertime,
these things down.
no.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Because
it's
these
all
are
about
things that sometimes a lot of people ask that we, like you said, may not realize. This is what I love about YouTube, okay? And the
people can
fact,
refer back to this.
Mm-hmm.
what?
I said people will be able to refer back to this because it'll be permanently there.
But even us, we learned a lot of things from the others, like Green Beauty
Right.
Channel or Natural 85 or different ones who break down what porosity is and texture and all of
It's
that.
a science, to it, of
Mm-hmm.
course, too.
Mm-hmm.
But to mention, some people co-wash. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
against it. However, I don't think it should replace your shampooing, especially because product buildup. You
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
want to shampoo your hair each time. Now, the conditioners like this, where it's a rinse out conditioner, you can even use this as extra moisture. You
Mm-hmm.
shampoo, you deep condition,
Mm-hmm.
rinse it out, then do the rinse out conditioner to
Mm-hmm.
seal what the deep condition did. Okay, and then when you do the leave-in conditioner, then it's kind of like all your curls are like yes, all this moisture.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
funny. She told me to do that, and I was like, why?
You did.
because
You
okay,
resisted her, mommy.
I I mean, I said, okay, your hair will fall
I'm
out.
like,
Go ahead, let your hair
can we
fall out.
just wash my hair? And I'm already having to be in here long enough. Can I just?
And you still don't enjoy it. And I told her she needs to look at wash day as a spa day.
Yeah.
You are taking care of your hair. It's taking care of you. When you have that mindset, then you're not going to be taking out your tiredness on your hair and not
Mm,
massaging the scalp to get your
right.
shampoo in there. It's just like, hair rinse out. You
So
have to take
So
care of your hair.
interestingly enough, when she told me to do that, to do what she's saying, like shampoo, do the deep conditioner, and then use this as the last sort of
Mm-hmm.
like
Sealing.
resort to sealing the hair,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It works.
And
You get that slip action.
you could see, this is what's so funny, guys, right? My sister has some salt and pepper coming in. She's not fully gray, and sometimes she feels a little out of place sometimes around the gray. But listen here, you have helped take care of mommy's hair, so you have experience in a way that, like, I have seen mommy's hair transform, and I and eat so it you have experience, you have a place here, you're a little silver sister in training, okay? And you're helping out so many women here today who wonder what products to use. And I love you talking about scalp massages, because that's necessary too. And as women, this is why I'm about that cut life, because I have less to deal with. But it is an investment that in time and energy. Yes, with our gray hair, we're saving money by not, buying the dye and doing it every single week. But that still doesn't take away the fact that we need to take care of our hair if we want it to be healthy. We need to take care of us if we want to be healthy. Like, there's no way around that. There's simple styles, simple products, like my sister is mentioning, but it is, like my sister said, your mindset. I'm taking care of me today. I'm taking care of my hair. Because guys, let me know in the comments if your hair is looking good.
Or
Wash
how
day.
some people will have like a spa day or whatever. She says today, tomorrow is my wash day. This is the time I'm doing it, from what time to what time.
Blocked
This is
off.
me time. Block off.
I got my music on. Okay, jam to some music. 90% of the time, I'm filming too, so
Mm-hmm.
it can't be as therapeutic as I'd like. But I try to
But she
find,
enjoys it. She looks
Yeah.
yeah.
forward to it.
And
She puts
again,
it on her calendar.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, take care of me, my hair
Yes.
day.
Yes. Guys,
When you
Carm.
talk about I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say,
Your hair is like the closest thing to your brain.
yeah,
yeah.
It's your
blood circulation and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to highlight some ingredients in this too. That's good. The peppermint, tea tree, and a eucalyptus.
Yes.
So again, for her seborrheic dermatitis, or if you have just an itchy scalp,
Mm-hmm.
or just flaky scalp, this
Mm-hmm.
stuff is great. It just opens up. It's that menthol effect. Some people
yeah.
don't always like it, but I think it's very relaxing, and
Mhm.
it's getting the blood flow to your scalp, which
Yeah.
also helps with hair growth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a super plus right there.
Mm-hmm.
And this deep conditioner, I don't know, she changed, she added some more ingredients in it. However, it's still a good deep conditioner. The slip
I love
game
that.
on
Good
How do
this.
you spell it?
UNIQURL.
And what's the
Uniqurl.
deep conditioner? What is it called?
It's called Moisture Fantasy Moisturizing Conditioner. And what's great about this is you only need to leave it in for 5 minutes.
Really?
Okay? So sometimes, I mean, deep conditioner is the most important aspect of your wash day, but sometimes can be annoying, especially go in the shower, especially if you do it in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta come out, wait about a half
Yes.
hour, 45 minutes, add
Mhm.
heat, all that other stuff.
Yes.
Also, knowing if you need to add heat to your deep conditioner too.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, high porosity, you don't need to worry about that
Mm-hmm.
because your cuticle is all the way open.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I have to use the heat because of the low porosity.
Right.
But
Quick
this
point
is
here,
good.
guys.
Mhm.
Everybody's enjoying the content. They're finding it very informative. Carmen said thank you. Paula says she loves how you explain things. She said, "You're beautiful and awesome." Sandra says she loves this. She said after her heart transplant, her hair changed to straight. That's so interesting.
Mm.
And are you gray also, Sandra? Are you also gray? Cheryl says, "Thank you for all the information." Helen says, "Great idea. I'm going to start taking care of my hair with that mindset." And Sandra, her hair is silver. Okay, so that's interesting. How probably because of the stress of that,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Hold on one
Okay.
second. Katina says thank you too. She doesn't live in the United States. Oh, so those products. Well,
And now,
the way to maybe to get around that, Katina, is knowing that clay is good to help with the hair. You could get that maybe. I don't know if there's Amazon.
well,
Um,
check because some brands, some of these websites, they do international shipping, or
right.
sometimes they'll have a third party company that sells their products
Oh,
in that area.
Area.
okay.
Um, I'm not sure if these brands do, but um, you never know. That might open up a way. Or really, you don't have to necessarily get these brands, but looking for ingredients
Mm-hmm.
that are in these products that will give you that same result.
Mm-hmm.
But like Nina said, clay is definitely important. Um, an important aspect. You'll definitely see a change in your hair by incorporating that. Um, Now, as far as after the deep conditioner, we discussed the regular conditioner, and now when it comes to styling, so the same brand, Fortified Naturals, what's helped her with products, because you did try another brand, but it was too heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a cream base,
Mm-hmm.
but for her, she needs more of a liquid. So I'll
Right.
just show here, like you see how thin it is, and it'll just like melt right into her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Versus something like
But yeah,
this.
keep it moist.
This is a leave-in conditioner, but you see it's a lot more thick and
It's
thicker.
thicker.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be too heavy. My hair is like, listen, I don't waste products.
One.
You know, it's nice and thick, okay? And I
Wait,
don't waste.
Laura. Wait. So, Wendy asked, "Are you on Instagram?" My sister is. She's at Natural LA. She's also on YouTube under Natural LA. We don't know what's going on with trying to
What's
find her.
what happens is when you type in naturally LA, YouTube being a little slow, it's gonna ask you, do you mean naturally LA? Duh, because that's what you typed in. You have to press, did you mean naturally LA? Then I'll show up. So
Okay, but
it's a little
quick question: Fortified is Fortifyd, right?
yeah, YD. Yeah. It's
Which
Fortifyd Naturals.
and what is that? Is that a certain part of the brand?
Don't put it on my clothes.
I can't.
Okay, okay.
Is
I'm
there a
sorry.
certain like is that a certain part of her brand? Like for I don't know how to describe it.
No,
Like
when
you
you go to the website, all the products will just show up on there.
okay.
So you'll just
But the ones
choose.
you use for mommy, is it a certain part of the line?
No, you can get them individually.
Okay.
So it's not like a certain
Like, does she
set.
have other products?
Well, yeah, she has the African black soap shampoo.
But
No,
the
but let
one
me
I
see it. Yeah. There's
the
like a
one I
blue
use is
label
the
and then there's
Yeah, this
like
is the leave-in conditioner,
okay.
leave-in conditioner
and then this is the hydration potion,
hydration potion.
which is the styler.
I
So
Okay.
this is what we use in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
So first I put the leave-in,
Mm-hmm.
then I put the styler, and then I use this is the goat right here.
Melanin hair care. Oh, Ecos. You use
Yeah,
Eco for mommy?
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's what I use for them to
I
get
use
that
Eco
extra
too.
lift in her hair.
Mm-hmm.
So and this also goes well together. There's no clumping or anything.
Yes, it
Mhm.
keeps it moist. It's not stiff.
Yeah,
It's stiff
Right.
when you're doing it, but it's not sticky. Like
yeah.
when I'm undoing my braids,
Mhm.
it's so nice
And
and
what helps is this is the oil, the
mm-hmm.
melanin hair care multi-purpose hair oil. This is light enough, not too heavy.
and
Right.
it doesn't yellow.
Yes, it does not yellow her hair,
Surprisingly, because it
so it
looks
doesn't
like
have
it's yellow.
It's
yeah.
light. It's like the lightest because it's light. It is not heavy. I was using another
It goes
one.
through her hair.
It
It
Right.
doesn't sit on top.
another
Okay.
let's another thing. when you do these styles, you do it, you put your satin bonnet, you go to sleep. Being the fact that you're on that big M, you sweat at night. So when
Mm,
you wake up, your hair may not smell nice. It smells like
mm.
The oils
cooking
of the
oil
yeah,
that's been fried
yeah.
or
Oh no.
But like
let's
about
call it.
this oil,
I love this.
it has a nice
It
smell.
has a nice light
Yeah.
scent to
To
Okay.
it.
me, it smells kind of like spearmint, but it's not
Yes.
Mm.
strong
Yes,
spearmint.
it's not strong. It's
The
really
main
nice.
ingredient is sweet almond oil, avocado oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, sage oil. That's probably
Hmm.
what you smell, the sage.
Oh, it
The
Mm.
smells so
baobab seed
nice.
oil and vitamin E.
That's
So
awesome. I'm about to
I would
pick me up
every
For
some.
that, because my hair likes oil.
mm,
It likes all these things to lock in this moisture to keep it and give it that nice definition. Like right now, my hair is just combed down.
Yeah,
So
and it
I
looks
don't.
amazing.
Yeah, it's just combed down, and I
So,
do.
sorry to cut you off, mommy. Dolores asks, uh, what do you think about Shikai Kai powder?
oh, shikakai.
Shikakai. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, no, I don't know if she spelled it that way, but how is it? Is it SHI?
Yes.
Yeah, shikakai. Love that stuff.
Okay.
Now, I wouldn't say that's a good powder to add into a deep conditioner, not
Mm.
as a product buildup remover.
Okay.
So, like, I have a shampoo bar from Earthborn Organics. It has shikakai powder in it, and it's great for dandruff on the scalp.
Mm.
So it has that. It has Rasul clay in it too. So there are also shampoo bars that may contain Rasul clay or bentonite clay, which are great for what's the word? Pure. What do you call that? What's the word?
Is it to lather your hair?
No, not to lather, but to get off, like to get off the buildup.
Remove.
Yeah, to remove.
Clarify. Clarify.
Yeah, to clarify,
Clarify.
right.
Hmm.
But again, it's not gonna always do what a dry clay will do. But
Right.
it all depends on how you implement it. But
Right.
it's good to have in shampoo bars. I could definitely Chocolate Kingston Curls. Her key lime pie shampoo bar, I believe, has bentonite clay in it.
Okay.
So finding different products with those ingredients in it.
So I'm going to get together with my sister, guys, and I'm going to get a list of these products that she mentioned. I'm going to put it in a PDF, and I want you to comment in the comment box and let me know if you'd like a to download that. So I'm going to work on that today because she's given a lot of great products and I know everybody's not going to remember
Popping
them.
up in my brain now.
Yeah, and Teresa says she loves your hair. She asked, "Do you dry your hair using a microfiber towel or t-shirt?" Oh, okay.
Sure I can get. I do not do that whole like because by the time I get out the shower, well, what I do is I now apply my leave-in in the shower, and I put a shower cap
Mm.
over my head. So I
Mm.
finish showering, I come out, and by the time I sit down to style, I didn't lose all that moisture. It's all in the plastic cap. So when I take it off, I work in different sections. I keep that water in my hair. It needs to, because my hair just goes, it just takes it all.
It does.
Can't get rid of that. So it needs to be in my strands. I
Okay.
don't. I used to actually do that with but my hair was color treated. When my
Mm.
hair was colored, I had to kind of squeeze out that excess water. But now it's like, excuse me, I need it.
Mhm.
So, and what also helps is when I don't do that, I don't need to spray my hair throughout styling because I just have
Mm.
enough water in my hair
Mhm.
to do what I need to do
Mhm.
so that it can dry in enough time.
Did you mention most of the products cuz we're
Yeah, just the last thing I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
comparing texture of products
Yes.
depending on the style that you want. If you want something a little bit more fluffy, but you still want a deep definition, like the melanin hair care, this butter right here, it'll give you moisture, shine, and definition, but more fluffy of a result. And then if you want something that will still be fluffy, but that goes with a gel, you want to use a thinner product, like
Mhm.
a milkier product,
Hmm.
and then use the gel in conjunction with it, with an oil, of course.
Okay.
So but for mommy's hair, we know that gel,
For my hair,
you need the
those
gel.
things
And it
work
also
very
helps her
well.
hair to last longer.
Mm-hmm.
So she can
Listen.
go like 2 weeks if she needs to,
Absolutely.
because that gel is holding on,
Yeah.
But if you have cream, it's just like, I don't know what to do. But you have to, either way, whether you do gel or not, you have to apply oil to your hair throughout
Hmm.
the week. I'd say maybe by day 3, you need to be adding oil to your hair, going like this, especially at night. Put it into your hair in the ponytails, put your bonnet on, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Let me know also, guys, because I don't know if you guys know, this is my mom's first time going live in public with us on our channel. So that's why I did not talk about me today. And I was like so excited my mom could come on here and share her knowledge and her journey. And then my sister just came and dropped some gems. Okay.
Nose.
So I think we could even do like a demo, of like using those products. Because what you just said too about gel, because I'm also an eco styler girl and gel girl, because otherwise my hair will be frizzy or it will not last long. Cream, yeah. If I want a fluffy look, I feel like letting my hair breathe. But if I want my hair to last, gel is my friend. And it's funny, I want you guys to know with all the things that you heard today, remember that we all are unique. This is trial and error. This is not a gold standard. Just because she said that this was the bomb with one thing, that it'll be for you. It's a
I agree.
it's a suggestion, a recommendation, so you try it, see how you like it. Because as you guys can see, my sister and my mom have a little bit of a different routine than I do for my hair. And the products that I've said. So I'm so happy that you guys were able to come on here, share your story. And yeah, and you look so cute with your hair out. Like you just see how much it's grown.
Your hair shrunk since you first came on.
I know. It's like I didn't know what I was
The
gonna
warmth
do.
from the temperature of your body
Yeah.
brought it in,
Yeah.
because before it was out.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But you could see that they're twins, like the volume. Like I'm on the defined girl side.
But again, we might both have thick hair,
Mm-hmm.
but her hair is fine and thick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, especially this
Like,
Yes, it's fine and dense.
yeah,
this
yeah,
hair.
just like your hair.
Yeah.
Here, fine and
The
dense.
But
whole
She has a curl pattern than
I
you.
think hers might be medium. She's mommy's hair is thicker than mine. And because if you do mommy's hair like twist or flat twist, it will look a lot bigger than when you do it to my hair. When you will see my hair look fine is when I do twists. It's like,
Your curls are so corkscrew, and
yeah.
so your hair is so curly. It's like,
yes.
don't disrupt me. It feels like you're disrupting
Yes.
this little
Habitation. Yes.
like, what words? I can't get
It's like, what are you doing here? No.
Yeah. So you gotta
I'm
know
like,
what
I'm
works for
fine.
you.
I'm fine just where I am.
Yeah.
If our hair has not taught us, guys, if you can't beat them, join them. Like, there is so much peace in surrendering to what our hair does. And I hope that this gave you some confidence and motivation for those of you who are in lockdown or at home. This is a great time to explore with these things. Hold on, I think someone has a. Well, Sandra says your mother and sister are gorgeous, and thank you so much. Helen says thank you. You guys want the PDF, so we're going to get working on that for you. Carmen said it was lovely having you guys on here. She enjoyed the information. Marianne says, hi, this was wonderful. I love everyone helping each other and saying what works for them. Marvelous community. Thank you, Marianne.
Helen, I put the name of the website in the comments. It's called it's in there, NP Tresses Tress Treats. But we'll include that in the PDF too. The different the bonnet companies and then the hair.
Yes, I'm going to put it in the description and I'm going to do a PDF for you because a lot of people ask a lot of times for the the products that we use, and I see how helpful it can be for you guys, especially if you're in the store or if you're online and you're trying to think of things. So we're going to get that together for you. Wendy says we made her day. Yay. Laquita says this was wonderful information. Thank you. Guys, we're almost at what? We did an hour and a half. I was so nervous in the beginning. Were you guys nervous?
Very.
But guys, can you put in the comments a clap emoji for my mom? I'm so proud of her for coming on here. And so look at that face.
Well,
I'm
let's be you too.
yeah.
Anything to help support my girl.
But you know what, mommy? It goes to show how much you've poured into us. And then that comes right back to you. So it's an honor to be able to have you on here and share you with our community. And I'm going to see if I could get my dad on here. He's a whole nother show. Okay. He's a whole nother show. Oh my goodness. But anybody who watches this on the replay, you have any questions for me? Because I am going to be doing another live on Thursday. I could answer any more questions that you have, and I definitely should have the PDF. If not today, definitely by then, and I'll include it in the I'll put it in the community tab too. What'd you say?
Which means you will be on my back to get those links.
Absolutely. And also, it's only fair, Laura, because you would do the same to me. Hi, Nora. Yes, this is a long one. I'm going to see if I could do timestamps so you guys could be able to find different spots. But thank you guys so much. Between talking to my two favorite girls and the questions, you guys all love the claps. Thank you guys. Marlene says, wash hands. We will. We hope everybody stays safe. Okay, let me just do my little closing here. Oh, guys, thank you so much for welcoming my mom and my sister on here. I hope you guys enjoyed all this information. Please tell me what your biggest takeaway was, what was really helpful, what you would like to see more of. I go by your requests and the things that work for you guys. You guys help me to make helpful content and informative content for you. So I thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Kareen. Paula says, I didn't think this was your mom's first time. Good, mommy. That goes to show you did a great job. So thank you guys so much. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.
Bye.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back to you guys. Okay, bye, everyone. Hold on. This little box. Okay, there we go. Bye. See you on the next one. And remember to show yourself compassion. And this is more than just gray hair. It's about loving and accepting who you are, where you are. That is one of the greatest gifts that you could give to yourself. Bye, guys.